How's everybody doing? I came out to a standing ovation. That was awesome, guys. That was really great. How's everybody doing? Round of applause. How am I doing, you ask? Well, I'm nervous. Can you guys tell? Oh, wow. I'm good at acting. No, I'm nervous for a multitude of reasons. I wasn't the first choice for the comedian today. Do you guys know that? Somebody dropped out last minute and they were like, all right, I guess you can do it. That's weird. I just realized that's how all my relationships started. You guys ever have those moments? I'm nervous also because this is the biggest moment of my life. Like this mediocre show, the cameras aren't showing how many people there are, right? In front of 1 million people? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to tell my grandkids about this. They're gonna be like, Grandpa, what was your biggest moment as a person? They're 30 in this joke and they still talk like that. I don't talk to them that much for that reason. No, I'm gonna have to tell them that this was it. And I'm not just nervous because I'm here before you guys today. I'm nervous for a multitude of reasons. Mostly because of my body shape. Let me break it down for you guys, because you guys looked a little confused. I look like a balloon that was left at a party for 6 months. You guys ever see that person? It looks like if they got stepped on, it would just go, I look like the physical embodiment of that sound, And despite that, I've been in many relationships. Several. You look really surprised by that, like too surprised. You're like, there's no way that's true. Like that's your foundation of beliefs now. You're like, I know that's not true. Let's move on from there. Okay. Sorry to single you out. You seem like a nice person. But I also look like I always just had McDonald's for breakfast. And not McDonald's breakfast for breakfast, but like a quarter pounder I got the day before. I took it home. I put it in my fridge. I slept and I thought about it. I was like, when I wake up, I'm going to have that quarter pounder. I'm going to have that. And then I put it in the oven. I cook it evenly on both sides. Put more time into it than McDonald's did. You know? No, I've been in several relationships. I've also been broken up with several different ways. You seem less surprised about that. Sorry again. Yeah, the last time someone broke up with me is because I didn't like Caitlyn Jenner on Facebook. And she's great. I have no leanings either way, but the only thing I like on Facebook is McDonald's, and that's just for the coupons, you know? And I don't think it's fair for them to judge me on that, you know what I mean? You don't get to choose that kind of stuff, what you like to eat. So, oh man, I'm going to hell for that one. Another breakup that weighs pretty heavily on my heart was one girl claimed that Jesus appeared to her in a dream. This is true. Appeared to her in a dream and said to break up with me. Which is weird because he appeared to me the night before that and was like, I'm not going to do that, dude. Don't worry. He put his hand on the Bible. I was like, okay. Who knew that Jesus could be such a Judas? The first relationship I was ever in. You guys know that first one where you think it's it, even though you're like 12, you're like, I found her. It's over. Search is over. Got this. Anyway, yeah, so you put her up on a pedestal. You think that she's so great. You put her up on a pedestal that's higher than Wiz Khalifa has ever been. You know what I mean? And you think that she can do no wrong. She's an angel. Well, she broke up with me because I reminded her that we were dating. Now, yes, whenever I was like, oh yeah, we're dating, she's like, oh yeah, I knew I was dating somebody. It's okay to laugh at this, guys. I am. I'm here talking about it. No, what that means is the glue that was holding that healthy relationship together was the fact that she forgot my existence. Can you comprehend that? Do you guys see why I'm here in front of you today? Anyway, yeah, that was the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. I'm in a relationship now. Weird segue. No, but she's great, guys. She really is. She's making me want to be like a better person in like every aspect of my life. And I'm on a new diet now. I know you guys can't tell because I haven't lost any weight since I've been out here, but trust me, it's working. No, so I'm trying to lose weight for her, and not for her, for me, but for me, for her. That's the way she told me to say it, anyway. So I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm a little worried that this is going to have the inverse effect that I'm going for, because I feel like my girlfriend's such a nice person. She's a humanitarian, and I think that every time she does sleep with me, it's kind of like, I'm taking one for the team here. All right. Okay. Let's do this. No, she's great. She is great. That part's not true at all. Don't worry, guys. But whenever you do look like me, you get to look forward to different things than what people that look like the opposite of me get to look forward to. So, for example, people that don't look like me, they get to go to concerts, and they get to sweat, and they get to dance around with their friends, and people don't come up to them and go, "Are you okay? Do you need medical attention? What's your blood pressure right now?" But I get to look forward to those rare nights where my girlfriend's like, "You can take your shirt off. That's fine. You know, take it off when I go to sleep. Put it back on before I wake up, but totally go crazy with it." No, okay. So why are we here today, guys? We're here for TED Talks, the lines we create. You know, at first, my first thought was like, wow, Ted's doing a talk about stretch marks. That's awesome. Let's spread the awareness. Let's talk about it. It's a real issue. But no, it is something bigger than that. It's something broader than that. It's something metaphorical. It's something that talks about these rules that we create in our minds and these manifestations of these rules and how they take shape and shape our lives. And I always get emotional at this part because that's how I practiced it. But my car died a couple of years ago, guys. Not my car, my dad. Sorry. It's the only way to ease you guys into that. That's the only way to do it. It's the only way, I promise. This is true. This is gonna be tough for a second, okay? Just bear with it. There's a joke at the end. Everybody will laugh, and I'll get out of here, okay? But my dad went through some tough stuff. He had 8 heart attacks, was in a motorcycle accident, and had half his face replaced with titanium. And then that happened. And then, whenever he was on his deathbed, what would become his deathbed, they were putting him on life support, and they said, "Mr. Busby, this is probably it. Do you have any last words?" So he looked at my mother, and I apologize if this is obscene to some of you guys, but this is the truest story I've ever told. He looked at my mother, and he did this. That's the last thing he ever did as a conscious human being. That's the last thing he did. His entire line that he created led him to that moment. And at the end of his line, he looked at it and said, "That's exactly what I want to do. I want to make one more person laugh one last time." And that is why I picked up where his line left off, and I will follow it until the day I die. Thank you guys so much.